Fortnite Simpsons season is here, and that means I have the best controller settings to help you dominate all of your games. Between an entirely new loot pool, a ton of new mythic items and weapons, as well as a new themed minimap for the season, these settings got you covered. As always, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and without wasting any time, let's go check out these settings. Alright guys, let's get into it. I'm going to be showing you guys the best settings for the Simpsons season, and I'm going to be going a little bit more in depth than I do with my other settings videos. So yeah, let's get into it. To start off, always want to play full screen no matter what. There's no point of playing windowed full screen or windowed. If you're just playing creative, sometimes you can play windowed full screen or windowed just to have easier tab outs and stuff like that without getting black bars, all that stuff. But whenever you're playing and you're actually trying or playing tournaments or ranked or anything, you should always be playing full screen native. Some people play stretch. There's not really a point to play stretch res. It's very much so just placebo for the most part, or preference, in my personal opinion. VSync, I keep this off. I don't see a point of keeping this on. I don't know anyone who does keep this on. I don't know, maybe there's PC gurus out there that might have a different opinion on that. I personally keep it off. This, subject to whatever your monitor and PC can withhold. If you only get 120 FPS on PC, I recommend capping at like 165 to 120. Like if you never go above 160, you should just cap it. No point of having it any higher. Like let's say like you get like anywhere from like 60 to 150, you should always just cap it at like 165. Like there's no point of capping it at 240 or 360 in my opinion, but I guess it really doesn't make a difference. But I've heard some people say that the closer you cap the FPS to the frames you actually get is supposedly lower input delay, but I don't know if I believe that. But I play on 280, but there's no 280. I just play 240 because that's like what LAN and everything has always been. So rendering, always gotta be on performance. No point of being on any other thing in Fortnite. Is got to be on performance mode 100%. Brightness 100. You guys know I've always played 100. Contrast off. No colorblind mode. I have this on. Not sure what this does, to be honest, but just keep that on. 3D res 100. All this on low. View distance for tournaments, I recommend maybe playing like medium or far. There's no point to play epic. Like it's almost impossible to hit shots from that epic distance or even really see. Textures low. Some people play medium. I think low. Like just having Fortnite's one of those games where you just gotta be low everything, and that's just the most optimal thing for it. Mesh is low. Show FPS, also another preference thing. I keep it on just to know if my PC's acting up or something like that. So latency markers off. This should be on plus boost. Don't know why I don't have that on, but that should be on plus boost. This also preference. All of this stuff right here is all volume, you know, all this good stuff. I recommend playing, you don't want to play too loud of a volume to hurt your ears in the long run. 9% for me is like a lot louder than it is for you guys, so I play 9%, but normally like whenever my audio setup is better, I'll be running around like 70%-ish. And then all this stuff, voice chat, another preference thing, so yeah. And then this is where it kind of gets a little bit more into the actual good part of the settings. Toggle sprint on, auto open doors on. This is a super important setting to have on, by the way, because you'll lose your momentum if you don't have auto open doors on. Mantle activation, another preference thing, honestly. I keep both of these on hold and press. This is a super underrated setting right here, is hold the swap pickup. This will make your life so much easier in Fortnite, so you're not dropping your weapons from your inventory and individually picking them up. I don't see why anybody should have this off. This is like one of the best settings in the game by far to have on. Toggle targeting, another setting where, and up to you, I guess. I don't really see a point of using it. Mark danger. This is just basically if you're ADSing and you use your mark, and it'll mark the thing red. I think it's good. I don't know, no point of not having it on. Auto pickup weapons, another probably top 3 setting in the game. It kind of gets a little bit annoying in ranked and reload and whatever else. Anything else other than tournaments, it gets kind of annoying. But for tournaments, this is definitely a must-have on. But for casual, ranked, and reload or creative, you don't really need it on. It is a setting that, like, if you could deal with how annoying it gets, you should just have it on. This right here, this doesn't exist anymore, the pump and dump. There's currently no pump and dump weapons in the game, so I just keep it on. Preferred item slots, I don't mess with this, but some people do. I don't. I just have auto sort consumables on the right. That's the only thing, because sometimes I want stuff in different spots, so I just leave this how it is. Reset building choice, always keep this on, obviously. These are also two probably most important settings in the game to have on. Reset building choice, turbo building, 2 settings. Don't see why anybody would have that off. Simple edit. Simple edit's for some people, honestly. I just keep this off. Obviously, it is good for players that struggle with editing or have bad binds. So if that's your guys' case, maybe it's something you look into. Disable pre-edit option. Also subject to the type of player you are. Sometimes you run tournaments and you're playing pre-edits. You can keep it off. I keep it on because I don't run pre-edits. Auto confirm. I use no edit on release, no reset, nothing like that. All of these settings are just, you know, kind of pointless. This is an important thing to turn off, by the way, is NVIDIA highlights for latency purposes, because this is basically saying that it will automatically clip stuff for you. Not a good thing to have in the background at all. You should always be manually clipping, so it's not perma running in the background and recording everything. Not very good. As for all this stuff, record replays, I have it on, but recording replays makes a huge difference in delay, so I'm gonna keep it off recently. Like a huge. Basically, this is saying that it's recording the entire game while you're playing. And if you are familiar with recording entire games, you guys will know how much delay it is. So a lot of people run this off, because you can also get VODs from tournaments without having replays on. So, and then all of this, you know, same thing. Replays, dude, never have this on, by the way. This is a very important setting to never have on, is high quality replays. You will never, like, your game will feel so bad. Energy saving stuff, I normally have this stuff off, but like I just recently got a new PC and my settings reset, so this is on. This is also one of those things where I recommend keeping them off, but it's hit or miss, you know. After testing all the best Fortnite settings for smoother gameplay, I realized settings can only do so much. If your ping spikes, you're still cooked. That's where ExitLag comes in. Say goodbye to raging about lag or delay. ExitLag is the upgrade your gameplay needs. With AI route optimization and multi-path connection technology, ExitLag gives you real-time optimized routes for the lowest possible ping and rock-solid connection. It works with over 2,000 games worldwide, using 1,200 servers across 5 continents, meaning no random disconnects or unstable servers. The setup takes 2 seconds, download and launch, and your connection gets instantly smarter. You can keep it on auto mode or fine-tune it yourself if you want full control. I tested it with Fortnite and instantly felt smoother input, faster servers, and 0% packet loss. Right now, during the Black Friday warm-up, you can get 1 full year of ExitLag for half the price. Plus, there's a free trial so you can feel the difference before paying for anything. Check out the link in the description and level up your connection today with ExitLag ON. This, I'm going to kind of scroll through this quick. This is all just game UI stuff, so I'm going to do a little scroll. If you guys miss something, just pause the video or slow the video. And then same with the gyro settings, all this stuff. I don't use any of this, but I'll go through a quick little swipe just in case you guys are curious. Keyboard, same thing. I'm just gonna go through pretty quick in case you guys are interested for some reason. All this stuff, it's pretty basic stuff. Then for my binds as well, I'm gonna hop through this pretty quick. Don't know why anyone would want my keyboard binds, but you know, sure, why not? Like I said previously, if you guys miss anything, just pause the video, slow the video, all that stuff. And this is the long-awaited controller settings. Chat, I think these are my best controller settings ever. Don't know why I referred to you guys as chat. YouTube, this might be my best controller settings ever. All this off, controller auto run, off, build immediately. Very important, you want this on. Edit hold time, lowest. Slide hold time, little bit of preference. This is what I found comfortable. This I have on both. Reset camera time, the lowest. Vibration, if you're a controller player, I really recommend playing with vibration off. Not a lot of people do play with vibration on anymore, but this is pretty important to have off. All this, a little bit of preference, don't use any of this stuff. And here. For my build mode sensitivity, I play 2.0. For my edit mode, I play 2.1. First person, just left it how it was. For my horizontal speed and vertical speed, double 43%. I think 43% is the best controller sense for linear in the game, 100%. As for the boosts, you should never have boosts on. 0 point, just messes you up in the long run. Boost ramp time only works if you have these on. You don't have these on, so it doesn't work. Instant boost when building, you should have this on. Despite not using boost, it doesn't do anything. As you guys know, the 7%, 8%, I've been rocking this for so long. I genuinely think this is the best ADS for linear. 100% perfect mix of slow, a little bit of speed, But on controller, as you guys know from distance, you definitely want to be on a slower ADS sense. So that is just by far perfection right there. ADS turning, all this on 0. None of the stuff you guys should use. Boost only messes you up. As I said previously, there is 0, 0, 0 point of running boost. ADS turning boost, 0. Scoped, 1.0, I just leave it how it is. Look dampening time, another thing that there is no point to be using, like 0 benefit to gameplay at all. Look input curve, linear. I have tested exponential previously. Honestly, if you've gotten to this point and you're unsure to use linear exponential, it's really just preference and like how you feel. Like I see some people build better and look better on expo. I think linear is the best, and most people use linear. Or actually, technically now, probably more people use expo. I think linear is better, but it really is all preference and what you have like kind of grown accustomed to. Aim assist strength, 100%, 100%. I've seen people do 99% and like 96% or some random stuff. There is literally 0 point to turn it. All you're doing is turning your aim assist down, basically. There's no point of having this lower. It's basically removing aim assist, so just leave that how it is. Dead zone. I use my dead zone to match my ADS, because that just feels the most comfortable. 7%, 8%, always used it. This right here, the left and right trigger, I don't really see much of a difference. I've noticed when it's too low, my gun will like blank a lot. I think 35%, 34% are good for me. But if you have a really good controller and everything seems really consistent, I would maybe play 15%. 5% is like, I don't really see the benefit in it. And also, these are just my shoot binds. These aren't my edit binds. So I would just play with this a little bit. If you guys don't like 35%, lower it, raise it. I've noticed that my controller kind of messes up when I'm any lower than 35%. So yeah, foot controller on, all that good stuff. And then for the controller binds, also going to go through these pretty quick. You guys can pause the video whenever you guys feel like it, vice versa. Alright. Yeah, for the people that have kind of been playing this in the background, I'll say it for the third time. If you guys at any point miss anything, just pause it, slow the video, and you guys will be able to see these settings a lot easier than me scrolling through it this fast. It's just the easiest to do it like this, so then everyone can see it without me yapping over every single one. And then, yeah, and I'll basically kind of like go through this. I edit with touchpad, I reset with LB, and edit with RB. Or R1, I should say. L1 and R1. And then, yeah, those are the controller settings, chat. By far the best controller settings I've used and the most well-rounded controller settings. I hope you guys enjoy them. Hopefully it gets you guys some dubs. And, yeah, peace. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more Simpsons season tips and tricks. And I'll see you all in the next one.